Well, hello. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. I'm glad you decided to stick around. Truly, I really do appreciate it. Now, we're going to be jumping from topic to topic. We got a few things to talk about. It's a few things that we need to address, and it's a few things that needs to be addressed again. So let's roll into the video.
The whole straight natural hair trend is definitely rooted in some insecurities and a just overall dislike for natural hair. It's not just about wanting to wear your hair straight. I think that if it was just about that, there wouldn't be this much discourse or conversation. If you search straight natural on TikTok right now, you're going to find very quickly that the whole premise of this straight natural thing is that, it makes your hair more manageable and it's less time consuming and less expensive. There are even people saying that it promotes hair growth. And
I know a lot of you are going to roll your eyes, but she's telling the truth. I totally agree. The rhetoric around being a straight natural is a red flag. I think we kind of need to be honest about that. And I saw a lot in the comments, it's not that deep, it's not that deep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I need y'all to get rid of that phrase right now. Get rid of the phrase. Because it indeed is that deep.
and length retention, right? It's like all these promises that like being a straight natural is just going to make your life so much easier. All of those reasons are steeped in anti-blackness and texturism and insecurities.
Boom. Exact. Like she hit the nail on the head. And it's something I've really been trying to drive home with this channel. And I'm going to constantly be repetitive with it too. I'm going to be repetitive. I'm going to just beat you over the head with it every time because that does come from texturism and insecurity. It does. You don't, what have I said in almost every video I made? You don't like the way your hair looks in its natural state. You don't like the way it looks. You hate it. I feel like a lot of y'all don't want to come to grips with that. You hate the way it looks. That's why you're straight natural. That's why some people are getting Texlax. I don't know if a lot of people know what that is. It's like a Jerry curl, like a cute curly perm, right? To a quote unquote manageable texture.
A silk press will never be less maintenance than a wash and go or less expensive. Based on a lot of the comments that I've seen under these straight natural videos, I think that a lot of people are overcomplicating their natural hair routine. Okay. A wash and go requires one product. A twist out requires one product. It should last the whole week. I'm at a point, washing my natural hair is like washing my ass. Okay. It's got to get done. Your hair does not need to be styled every day. Your hair does not require any type of product on a daily basis. The only reason you think that it does is rooted in texturism and the fact that you are insecure about wearing your natural hair in its natural state. We're still in an era where most people grew up having perms or straight hair most of their childhoods into like early adulthood. It can feel easier to manage straight hair because you have more experience in managing and caring for straight hair. Why do you want to be a straight natural? Like, that's what you need to reevaluate. Like, what is your why? What is your reason? Because a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying is rooted in like supremacy and texturism and all the isms and all the bad things. And there are certainly some other opinions that I have on this whole straight natural thing. I certainly think that there are maybe some more nefarious reasons why people are promoting being a straight natural to you. That's a whole nother thing.
The response to Danacy August, sorry if I said her name wrong, the response to her hair is exactly why I personally probably will need to do a lot more therapy and self work in order to comfortably wear my natural hair outside. Because every time I've like tried to go natural or even partially natural, the level of scrutiny and unsolicited advice and comments that I would get from people in my personal life, people online, people everywhere, made it so uncomfortable that I was like, I may as well just slap the wig on and just be able to exist in my own body in peace.
Do you know how incredibly disheartening that is to hear? Honestly, like if you have time, rewind this video and go back to that. And I transitioned. This couldn't have been a perfect video to transition into, because that is why a lot of y'all are straight naturals. And I'm glad that this woman in particular could pinpoint the fact that she was traumatized so badly by the black community that she needed therapy. That is why you all are straight naturals. Or you can't put the wig down sometimes. Because I have no problem against wigs. Never did. It's the constant you wearing it every single day or every time you come out of the house and you won't give your hair a break. That is a red flag. That is a warning. That's something you need to look into. That is why the community has traumatized you. You are traumatized. You have PTSD. You have a lot of things going on up there mixed with your own anti-blackness because of what the black community has done. And it's so sad. This is so sad to hear, and it's sad to see.
And I think the worst part about it is that it's not even the non-black people who run this commentary, because if it was just non-black people, I would be able to cope in the sense of like, okay, they just don't understand my hair. That's why they're saying this. It's also other black people who make weird comments about your hair. Like I made that post a few months ago about how someone told me that my hair wasn't straight enough. Duh, duh. Like there's no world in which my natural hair will be silky straight like this. And I think another thing that's annoying about the commentary from people who are the same race as you is that they always frame it as, oh, I'm just trying to help you, or oh, I'm just trying to help you not experience something that I experienced in the past. And I just don't get why we as a community can't let each other have fucked up hair phases. You know what I mean? Like, other people are already going to be scrutinizing our hair, even if it is perfect. And I just don't get why we put this pressure on each other to always look absolutely flawless. Like there can't be one thing wrong with your hair. This video is going to be so long, but one thing I wanted to add too is that this standard of needing to have perfect hair is part of why so many black people, myself included, don't really know how to take care of their own hair, because we have always had professionals, whether it be a parent or like an actual like beauty salon, styling our hair so that it looks perfect, and we don't actually go through the phases of figuring out how to make our hair look good. If we were allowed to have those phases and to evolve in the same way other races of people are allowed to have fucked up phases and figure out what works for them, more people would know how to do their own hair. Another thing I want to talk about too is that occasionally I'll see a girl with 4C hair post herself wearing her hair completely in its natural state, not doing much to like slick the edges or style it. Like she'll just put it up in a bun, and like all the comments will be like, you're pretty, but you need to style your hair. You're pretty, or you need to do this. And the thing that I find interesting about this is that it is literally those same people that when someone with 4C hair complains that like people don't like 4C hair, those same people will be like, oh, you made it up. It's all in your head. No one says negative things about 4C hair, or you just need to get over it, or you need to not worry about what other people think, or oh, you're around too many white people. And my thing is that like, if people only appreciate 4C hair when it's perfectly styled, when the edges are slicked back, if 4C hairs is only appreciated when it's styled perfectly, then you hate 4C hair.
Boom. What? And didn't I just say? I did not just say this. I said this in my previous video. You hate the way your hair looks. It shows in your actions. You don't have to say it. You don't. You can I see people doing everything but say it. It shows in your actions. Straight natural. You doing I think they have a new name for it. I think it's called the Gina curl now. The little, Jerry curl stuff that people are doing. It shows. We see it. You can't hide behind it's not that deep. I just wanted to let's who are you trying to convince? Yourself or me? Like, I'm not even trying to be like an a-hole here. I'm really not. It just you can see it. You can see it in the way that you treat your hair. When I see people who are constantly getting braids and I never see their natural hair, or I only see it once a year, or someone who, if they're not constantly wearing braids, they're constantly wearing weaves or wigs, their hair is fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Ends aren't clipped, edges are gone. Nothing is moisturized. It looks dry. Like, I thought the point of having these things were to grow your hair, right? That's the point. When it's not being touched up under the wig or the weave, it's supposed to be growing and coming out healthy. I'm not seeing healthy hair under these wigs, under these weaves, and these braids. I'm not seeing it. Because you don't even like the way it looks to begin with. So you don't want to touch it. You don't want to take care of it. You don't want to learn it. It shows.
Because think about it, like with other hair textures, there isn't that same standard of like it needing to look flawless for like it to be appreciated. Or like there isn't that same need to like comment when other hair textures have a hair that's out of place. Like 4C hair is like viewed as so abnormal that like if it's not perfectly styled, people feel a need to speak up. This video is like all over the place, but I had a lot of thoughts. One thing I want to add too is that occasionally there will be discourse about whether 4C hair is a lot of work to style or take care of, that is. And the thing that people don't understand is that technically, no, 4C hair is not that difficult to style if you're not trying to manipulate it and if you're not trying to make it fit the standard of what consider neat.
She's absolutely right. Beating your hair into submission, of course, it's going to be difficult when you're trying to make it into something that you weren't born with and you're constantly doing it. It's going to be a struggle. You got to let it be. Just moisturize it and let it be. You're forcing it into something that you can't control, really.
However, if you want to meet people's standards, that's when 4C hair becomes a lot of work to style. And so it is those same people who have a lot to say when your 4C hair doesn't look perfect, that also say, oh, you're making it up, 4C hair isn't that much work, da 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 da. And it's so weird. It's so weird how you can't win. Like, if you wear your natural hair out, it's a problem. If you don't wear your natural hair out, it's a problem. Can we just let people do what they want to do with their hair?
Amen. Amen. She really, I know it seemed like my videos all over the place and her videos all over the place, but it really, just listen to the message. It really all came together and she was saying everything that I was thinking. Like, she put it perfectly. And on that note, I'm going to end this video. It's getting kind of long. I'll have more to say next week because there's so much more to add to this topic. We can go on for hours, quite honestly. But if you stayed this long, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope no one got offended. I hope this really hits someone in the best way possible. I hope this wasn't super duper negative. I just wish this would encourage most of us to really, you know, focus, to get it together and figure out what the problem is and why we don't think our hair is beautiful the way it is. But anyways, thank you for listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video.